Hello Internet, it is I, Shroom, and tonight I'm going to begin a playthrough of the game Alan Wake 2, which was just released in this year, 2023. It's a game by Remedy, which is the same studio that did Control a few years ago, which I have mixed feelings about Control. I think a lot of Control was really great. It looked fantastic. I love the story and the way it was told. The big problem I had with Control was like the combat. The combat itself felt, pretty good and smooth, and it looked nice and everything. There were just like way too many enemies, so like every engagement in that game was like such a ridiculous slog, and it just didn't fit with like the overall feeling and themes and storytelling of the rest of the game. So that was my major gripe with Control. I always like the story and like the setting and stuff. This game is a sequel to Alan Wake, which came out, I don't know, it's quite a while ago now, which I remember. I don't remember that much about it. I played it. It was, it was okay. It looked pretty good, and it had some decent shootings. It's a decent shooter. It wasn't particularly scary. Wasn't particularly like thrilling as a story, but this game has gotten really fantastic reviews. Like it's gotten some 10 out of 10 reviews from major review sites. And it looks to be a good horror game, and I have faith that Remedy can pull off such a thing, because of all of the really good elements that were in Control. So I'm very interested about this game. I don't really know much about it other than it's a sequel to Alan Wake 2, and there's going to be some weird stuff in it from what I've read. So let's go ahead and hop right into Alan Wake 2. And if you like my content and want to support me, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. So let's go ahead and start a new game. We'll go normal. While knocked to the ground, use dodge to avoid follow-up attacks.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
Yeah, Alan Wake is like a horror. He's like Stephen King, basically. He's supposed to be.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Okay, this is us. So, this is our protagonist, huh?
Can you hear me?
How's it going?
Already gone.
So we're a dirty, naked dude. Hear voices. Whoa. Some kind of animal? Whoa. Don't seem to have any weapons or anything. Where's all that whispering coming from? Inside my head? Okay, so there's like shadow monsters in this game too. Uh-oh. You don't look friendly. Oh. Okay. Just a little bit of human sacrifice. Little heart extraction. Okay, so it's like Control so far in presentation.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
What's that look on your face, dude?
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
The lip syncing doesn't seem quite right. Or it seems out of sync with the audio.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map. Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Here's our map. Mind Place / Cauldron Lake. Bony-legged path, rental cabins. Okay.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Saga?
Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
When are those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan?
Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Shut up, Thornton. They can still hear you.
I need to think through the facts of the case.
Access the case board inside the mind place.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
The case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. Victims. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Ted Lane dentist, stab wounds, bloating, and bruising on the wrists. Reported missing in 2010, discovered in 2012 in a shallow grave. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. Found in Cauldron Lake 2018, some organs missing. Predation, state of the body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. Percy Wolf found 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. So they tattooed his body? Store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Is that who we were controlling? No, I think that's the body that we're about to check out now is who we were controlling. Murder method. Slight differences in murders. Bloating only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Bruising on wrists and legs. Strapped or belted down. Deep gash in the chest, heart missing. All bodies experience bloating. Indicative of drowning, but only one victim was found in water. Killer profile. Post-mortem tattooing of the body. Murder targets have no discernible common traits. Apart from going missing in 2010, there's nothing in common. Killer may be a sportsman hunter. Chest trauma resembles animal butchery techniques. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Okay. Okay. What else is in my mind place? Goals. Get to the crime scene, meet Deputy Thornton at the general store. Okay. There's a door I can go through.
I I see you're already hard at work,
Okay.
Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Visiting the mine place does not pause the game, so be careful. Okay. Good to know.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in its inverted glory.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
The game does look very nice, which is not surprising. It's got the full ray trace lighting.
Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Try explaining it one more time. Yeah, but dear, can I make it, Mulligan?
General store.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Well, he's tied
Body is
down.
positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Unlock your first key image.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Placing a key image on the caseboard begins a new line of the investigation. When a key image is placed, it will prompt a new question. Alright, we're assembling our push pin board here. What happened to the rest of our case board?
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
He's naked.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
That's interesting.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Mm-hmm.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Newly discovered clues can be placed onto the open question. It seems to be consistent.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Could be. He's a big boy.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
Well, I mean, cutting out someone's heart would produce a lot of blood, I would think.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a
Tripod.
camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
The victim, the killers. Multiple sets of footprints. Heavy blood splatter on the table.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
He's been missing since 2010.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Charms. I got a gun. That's good.
I had to review the clues.
So, do I need to go back to my mine place? Nightingale went off the deep end. The FBI fired him.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Premeditated or spontaneous? Cooler and beer bottles left nearby.
Yes.
So they
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
can use profiling inside Saga's mind place to get inside the heads of suspects and victims. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Missing person ritual murder.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Okay.
Lake. Before his murder.
He was in the lake before he died? Yes, he was. We saw that. Saga has creepy, silhouette-y advisors just like Jesse Faden. Profile the victim. Did I not finish doing that? We watched both of those. Came from the lake. Investigate the crime scene, check the lake shore. Okay.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me.
Simple.
What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the
It's
creeps.
impressive.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Yeah, that is a creepy tree.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
What is this piece of paper? I can't pick it up or anything? Okay.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Okay.
Reading
Reading
the
the
words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Yeah, so
I should profile Nightingale about this page.
There's like a kind of a dark tower thing going on where like Alan Wake's writing is like becoming manifest. The
We found a
page.
page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now.
Is that Nightingale who's talking to us?
The awful truth.
I think so.
You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Manuscript pages. Figure out what happened to Nightingale. Footprints emerging from under a rock. He walked through a boulder? Doesn't make sense.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Anything else here? He had something hidden inside him. So I need to examine the body properly back in town.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late.
Control.
I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
This is definitely in the same universe as Control.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
This shortcut right here. What are these red scribble marks here? I guess just like impassable terrain. Fences.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly...
We're parked over here.
Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
We couldn't just look.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
I'm driving.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
She seems very chipper for someone in her profession.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
I don't have a map of
Waiting.
Bright Falls
I
yet.
smell coffee.
Interview the witnesses at the diner. What the heck is going on here?
Hi there.
Okay, a flashlight out.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care.
Wow. That's interesting.
Not enough. That's how much. Never enough.
Definite Twin Peaks vibes from this game.
Bittersweet nectar.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of all.
What are they? Like,
Just a few more days.
what actually are they? Thermoses?
This is my first Deer Fest, so I don't know what to expect.
And it is sweaty
the finest entertainment a town like ours has to offer.
Charlie.
The happiest day of the year. Like Christmas, but better.
Well, I certainly hope so. I hate the holidays.
Oh dear. Cute.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Of course, there's coffee and pie, yes.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Hi.
Profiling.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fed.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Yeah. Definite Twin Peaks vibes. Go to the sheriff's station. Cases. Where am I supposed to put this? Describe multiple attackers wearing deer masks, chanting, tearing into the guy with knives.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Background cases accumulate clues about broader ongoing topics.
I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down.
To stop a cult, we need to understand them, their ideology, their goals, their members. What kind of cults? Just, you know, solving your good old-fashioned heart extraction, human sacrifice. I've just started playing, and I'm really liking it so far. It feels like Control very much if you played that game, as far as like the tone and like the narrative. But it's much more of like a mystery game so far, at least. What is the cult's goal? Who's involved? It has pretty elaborate systems for like collecting clues and tracking them and stuff. Kind of cults. Cult psychology. Yeah, so far it's really cool. It's very weird. Like if you played Control, it has that kind of feeling, really. Alright, where am I supposed to put this piece of paper? Cult symbols. How have you been? You play mostly, like, shooters, right? Okay, so we just need to go to the sheriff's station now. Like, we have this mind palace. This is all inside our mind. I guess Saga, the character we're controlling, is... she's gifted. What is that?
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst mom. So I do have a daughter. Modern Warfare 3? Ah, cool. That game is intense. Okay, I think we're done here. So what was this about? This lady just told me that my daughter drowned here, but I have a daughter who's alive. You die a lot and it's hectic. Yeah. I played
Rose,
Destiny 2,
help
so
me out.
I sympathize.
We know each other.
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
Hello.
So we're an FBI agent just in town investigating a murder where like a guy was strapped down and ritualistically sacrificed and his heart was torn out. And this woman at this diner says, "Hey, I didn't think we'd see you again," as if I'd been here before, and told me my daughter is dead. What's up with that?
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Whoa. Going deep on the geek here.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been.
Yeah, I would say so.
What do you do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible.
Oh, is this the map of the town?
Lead the way, Sheriff.
Bright Falls. Okay, we're in the sheriff's station right now. Wellness center. Interesting. These areas are quite large for a game like this.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
Oh, can I look through your stuff?
Happening here, I see.
Sir, some patience, please.
What was that? Just like grabbing stuff. You don't mind if I read your email, do you? Alright, where's the morgue? Bathroom. Alright, Bailey. Thanks for coming to hang out. Bailey and Kyle. Always nice to hear from you. Thanks for the raid. I know one of you is stealing the toilet paper. I've been counting them, and there's an entire roll missing every day from stock. Theft is taken seriously around here. It's a sheriff's station, for Pete's sake. One of these days I'm going to catch you red-handed, and you better believe you're going to get thrown out. What a disgrace you are. What kind of nut, in different writing, what kind of nut counts toilet paper rolls? Sounds like you've got too much time on your hands. Alright. Totally normal stuff. Holding cells.
They locked up an innocent man.
Celestial Kittens, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well.
I swear I didn't do anything. They're a lying bunch of bastards. You believe me, right?
Got bigger fish to fry.
I can't get through this.
Someone want to take me to the morgue? Y'all just kind of standing around.
Have a nice day.
Agent?
Yeah. Where's your morgue?
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents. Sheriff Breaker wants us to cooperate fully.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
I'm being serious, Nelson.
Sounds like a very important meeting you got going on here. Oh, ammunition? Okay,
So
they're waiting for me.
Funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay, let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
He's naked.
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
Well, his heart fell out.
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Writing on his heart.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
So, like, he was already dead when he was in the lake?
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
This is about the cult. Victim came from... Where am I missing clues?
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Okay. Ritual writing. Is this some kind of tattoo? It's too smudged to read. Cause of death. Bruises, defensive wounds on victim. Having his chest ripped open obviously contributed to his death.
chest wound is cause of death.
Clearly.
But the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up.
Victim was alive when strapped down. Timeline is inconsistent with bloating. But he came out of the lake, so he was already dead?
Right. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Let's have the old look-see.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Yeah, so far it has been Celestial Kitten.
Haunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them.
It's an Alan
made
Wake
them
book.
vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
What?
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much good shooting him's gonna do. He doesn't have a heart.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Okay. Try to stay in the light to avoid being detected by enemies.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Safe havens will restore some of your health. If you leave or attack from a safe haven while in combat, it will become temporarily unavailable. Okay.
Gotta move. Now.
Move where?
Vanished.
End of chapter. Okay. This game is weird. I like it though. It's cool. It's like all the cool stuff from Control so far.
But he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just...
It was the first chapter, yeah.
What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
By replacing their hearts with cheap pulp literature?
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery.
Alright, look around for clues.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
These pages are important. Breaker dropped one before he disappeared.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale.
Back at Cauldron Lake.
Finding a way in would be difficult. For ritual, Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Manuscript pages. The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga, didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into the bright light. Light hurt the dark inside them, made them vulnerable. I flick a switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker. Lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing, a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror. This is all Alan Wake's writing. Figure out where he went. Anything else to find in here? He went into this room too.
The heart is gone too. Did the fucker take it with him?
I guess so.
I can't force it open. Can't be opened on this side.
Okay, maybe there's something I'm missing in my mind palace. Yes, Nightingale attacked us. Okay.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
According to the page, it sounded like Nightingale went back to Cauldron Lake, and he's a Taken. The overlap. What? These pages aren't making sense. Casey. The cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters. Victim's body and organs covered in writing. Page found inside the chest.
Think.
Is involved. Cult psychology, cult symbols. You have to put these in the right places, but there's like several different cases. I think the green color means that we've already put everything down. Okay. Where did Nightingale go? Okay, so I don't have access to those photos for this case. The cult of the tree. So they have to go somewhere here. Why?
Doesn't look right.
I don't know how you want to arrange your push pins, Saga. Come on, give me a break. Victim of cult became a monster. Cult symbols. What kind of cult? Cult psychology.
No.
Cult goal. There we go.
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
Okay, I think that's all I've got for now. What else?
Can't be opened on this side. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Alright. There's a lot of systems in this game, but I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
But that's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, really. People can't do stuff when their hearts are missing.
They're a fine pair.
Alright, so time to drive.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them?
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Are you leading us to the car? Because I don't remember where we parked. Alright, we're just down the road here. That's us right there. The car can be used to travel between locations.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake
Yeah, Alan really used to
their imagined prophet.
stop writing books.
After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him?
I guess I don't remember exactly what happened in the
His name
first
does keep
game,
popping up.
but I guess he's gone
wanted you to
missing.
have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Return to the Hearts. Why are these chapters called
The page
returns?
says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks.
Oh man, the lighting is so nice.
Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
The
We're
kind,
not seeing the full picture yet.
the kind made up by Alan Wake.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend
What
to
the
tell
heck
me
is he
things.
doing?
The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this machine?
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic
Oh, he's from the
activity
Federal
and
Bureau
air
of
toxicity
Control.
levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. The operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can gnaw right through a garbage can.
Wow.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. That's all for now.
This game is so weird.
Let's get to the murder side, Casey.
What'd you find there, Steve?
I have a feeling Saga is not a totally reliable narrator or perspective character.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
Question him?
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.
A clue.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, Casey? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Yeah, split up. When the preternaturally strong dead guy is suspected to be very close by.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
Am I gonna go out in it?
I can feel something.
Yikes.
A presence.
A jump scare.
Nightingale isn't far.
Ammunition. Witchfinder Station. Where can I go? Witch's Ladle. There's no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake. Why is it positioned like that? Or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes. Isn't that charming? It's like a little photo thing. You can stick your head through her. Assume this evil tree is the witch's ladle.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it.
Flashlight boost to increase the damage and burn through dark substances.
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Profiling. The overlap.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
Radio. Collecting songs for our mind place now. Okay, so what are we doing now? Locate the witch's hut. Is it marked on my map by any chance? Which sign? Overlap. Witch's hut. Hey, it is. What do you know? Up this way? Yep. Definitely Twin Peaks music to set the mood. Yeah.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. This fuse is busted.
Friday, Midge told me today that her family is moving away. That sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want her to get a better jobs and get her to a better school in a big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright Falls? Sunday, so I told her. She said thanks. Effing kill me. Monday, I snuck out at night again, went to a big house by the lake. Instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building, take some photos. It's going to be epic. Any fuses?
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
Where? There? Oh, here.
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Manuscript fragments. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the mine place. Tab, weapon upgrade. Land 2 headshots in quick succession to Stun an enemy for extended duration. Increase magazine size. Oh, these all cost like a whole bunch of... I only have one of those apparently. Okay. Gotta have your upgrade systems. Hey, there's a
This one looks
fuse.
good. People should really stop littering, though.
Use that fuse. Investigate the witch's hut. Is there anything written about it here? Here lived the witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. I'm sure it's fine. The break room is a place where you can save your progress.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Saga opens the Cauldron Lake overlap is the name of this page. So we got to get the heart. Alex Casey lunchboxes. Point of interest cases track objects and information that Saga has acquired to chart collection progress. Okay.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Lunchbox found near Witch's hut at Cauldron. The note inside mentions Alan. Alan Wake? What the heck are these? Okay.
I already took care of all this.
Bright light provides for protection. Keep an eye out.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
What is the ritual?
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
That's a lot of yarn and pushpins.
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
So it's not for taking goofy, light-hearted photos after all. Okay, I see. It gives you a little indicator of where there's stuff that still needs doing.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file.
You got
It's
enough
my
files.
first cult case. Exciting.
You got enough files, lady. Okay, what else is in here? Quick save. some ammunition. Icons in the lower left corner indicate that critical content is available in the mine place. Okay.
The mile-high strangler case. Proud of that one.
We've read all the pages. Oh. What is it that we still need to do? Profiling.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Where is it for real, though?
Where is it?
Once in a while, they played cards in the general store. The witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
Alright, how's it that you're able to have these visions, Saga?
I need to check the general store for the heart.
Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
Okay, just continue following this road. General store. It's in a fridge. Toggle flashlight boost to burn through the darkness. Okay. Okay, you gotta shoot him like...
A cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Use the trauma pad to allow you to heal. Ow, that hurt. Okay, so you gotta burn away their shields first, and then you can shoot him. Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. That looks like a bigger gun.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. Words on the heart are legible now.
Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
Well, it sounds like Alan Wake writing. However literary that is. Well, pick it up.
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Maybe I'd put it in like a box or something. I don't know if I'd just pick it up with my bare hands and put it in my pocket.
To the witch. Makes total sense.
Saga at the
Saga
general
edged
store.
toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They had been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
Yep. That just happened. Grew bigger, so I've got more inventory space now. Trauma pad, that's good. Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. $705, $713, $717, $723. Palm reading and crystal ball, gazing, interpreter of dreams.
These numbers match the ones on the lotto ticket. I don't think this is relevant.
$5, $13, $17, $23, $39, $45. $5, $13, $17, $23, $39, $45. $705? $13? Does that do anything? No. Match the lotto ticket. Huh? 5, 13, 17, 23. Okay, I see. Those are crossed out. So it's probably using the next one from the ticket. So the first 4 are crossed out. 5, 13, 17, 23. So the next one would be 39. There we go. Shotgun. And quick slot weapons from the inventory. Healing items and throwable items. Okay, can I use the mouse wheel? No, I can't. She's pretty slow with taking things out, too. Anything else?
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap.
She just sounds so, like, cheerful about it.
Weirder. But it is exciting.
She's enjoying herself, I guess. Did I miss it? Wait, I need to go to the Witch's Ladle, right? Where's that? Which sign? So that's over this way. Over this way? Yeah. Uh-oh. Allows you to dodge enemy attacks? What? Wait, what control is that? Oh, spacebar. Uh-oh. I think I only have a finite charge. Ow. Oops. Okay, I think I need to be using my dodge. This is not how the story goes. Okay, back at the general store. A little confusing navigating this area. Which is ladle. Now the ladle's by the sign. So go back up. Follow the trail and then turn left. Yeah, this is the way. And this is where I'm going to get attacked, right? There's this bright light here. Oh, come on, flashlight. You're vulnerable already.
Now's my chance.
These guys are tough. Okay. Once their shields are burned off, you don't need to flash them any further. Here it is. Gulp. Here goes nothing.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Alright, so I can go inside the tree now. Great.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey! Casey, do you read me?
Fuck. Okay, Saga. Going in solo.
Logan? Mom, help! Logan! Where are you?
What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to have to end here, as it is getting late and I do have work tomorrow. So, I think this game is great so far. It's like, I love the style of storytelling. It's really building up to something. I love the X-Files FBI, you know, like Twin Peaks mishmash vibe. It's like all the good stuff in Control so far, without the bad stuff so much. And it's just great so far. I can't wait to see what happens next. But unfortunately, that will have to come in part 2 of Alan Wake 2. So I hope you enjoyed it, YouTube. If you did, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and come back for part 2. Have a good night.